Hey folks, Mr. Michelson here. Of course, I'm not here today, so please make sure that you are good for our guest teacher or you're just having a normal class. We're going to have a lot of independent work time today, and we'll kind of show you how we're going to go about doing that. Today's day 4 of our unit. We are going to be doing a reading of a poem called My Mother Pieced Quilts, and then we're going to do a study sync blast called Lost and Found. So both those things on our agenda today. Again, our essential question is, what do we learn from love and loss? And our learning target for today is I can analyze and understand a speaker's perspective in a poem. So we'll think about that as we get into some work. Again, My Mother Pieced Quilts is what we'll be working on. You're going to find all of your work today on Study Sync. So you'll want to have a chance to just go to Schoology, log into Study Sync like we've been doing over the past couple classes, and this is the tile you can look for to get started today. This poem is by a poet named Teresa Palomo Acosta. She's a Tejana poet whose parents immigrated to Texas during the Great Depression. You might have learned about that in social studies. She writes poems about the Chicana or Tejana experience. Tejano or Tejana means Texan in Spanish and refers to Spanish-speaking Texans. Chicano or Chicana refers to people born in the U.S. whose parents are from Mexico. Part of the Chicano movement of the late 1960s and 70s was what she was a part of. And she focused on civil rights, working for equality for Mexican Americans. Before this time, it was rare to find poems by or about Chicanas. So a little history there, a little background might give you a little sense of what you need to know going into this poem. We're going to have you do your work, as I said, in Study Sync. For today, you're going to want to pick up one of these checklists. This is all the things we're going to be doing today. It looks like a lot. It's really not that bad once I think you get into it. I just want to make sure that you can follow each of these steps and get everything that you need to get done, and we don't miss anything just because Mr. Michelson's gone. So get one of these, and you'll want to be checking things off today as you get things done. And really the first thing is just to log into Study Sync. You're going to find that assignment, My Mother Pieced Quilts, and then you're going to preview the poem. There's a little preview video that you can watch. If you have headphones, great. Please get those earbuds or whatever on so that you can view that stuff independently and you're not bothering anybody else. At some point in your work today, you're going to be doing a text talk, and we'll have those text talk questions up on the screen here. So you want to partner up with at least one other person for at least this part of our work today. Most of what you can do is pretty independent. If you want to share some ideas, talk a little bit with each other as you kind of get some of this work done, that's fine. Just make sure that you're doing some focused work and you're not going to be a problem and that you're focused and doing what we need to do, getting your checklist taken care of. Once you've kind of done everything with this poem, you'll see that lower down on our checklist, we've got the Study Sync Blast, and that's something you'll want to do on your own. You'll want to read the background information, then you'll create your blast and have a chance to answer the Study Sync poll before you get a chance to kind of view some other people's responses. So everything's on this checklist. I don't want to waste more of your time just explaining it. It's all here. It should be clear as day. When you're done with the checklist, you want to put your name on it, hand this back to your guest teacher. That way, everyone, including myself, will know that you did the work that you needed to do today. So, good luck, and we'll come back and talk about this poem probably a little bit later in our unit. We're actually going to pair this poem with another poem. So you'll want to do this work, make sure that you kind of have a pretty good understanding of this poem so that we can kind of tie it into some of what we're going to do later. Okay, thanks very much. Good luck.